Dưới đây là bản dịch tiếng Anh với ngôn từ đơn giản, rõ ràng, phù hợp cho bạn dùng trong phỏng vấn kỹ thuật về microservices. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most basic design patterns in microservices, which is database per service. This is considered the most fundamental pattern because it reflects the independence of each service, one of the key principles of microservice architecture. When designing a microservice system, we should think of it as a combination of completely independent services or programs. Each service is a separate entity with its own data, state, and logic. We can simply treat each service like a standalone application that interacts with others via APIs or message brokers. Because of this independence, each service can be developed and deployed by different teams. If services are independent, then the data inside them should also be independent. This idea starts at the design level. When we design a database for a service, we should not think about or depend on the databases of other services. Advantages of the database per service pattern. There are two main benefits. 1. Development, deployment, and scaling become much easier since services are separated. 2. Each service can choose the best database technology for its needs. For example, if a service mostly performs flexible queries and doesn't require strict structure, it might use MongoDB instead of a relational database. Some people ask, can two microservices share the same database? Or should we put related tables into one database to support transactions more easily? The short answer is, if multiple services share the same database structure, then it's no longer a true microservice system. Challenges of using database per service. Distributed transactions. Some business processes require operations across multiple services. In this case, we can't use database-level transactions. We need to implement mechanisms to ensure that either all operations succeed or all fail across services. This often leads to using patterns like Saga. Cross-service queries. Sometimes we need to query data that is spread across multiple services and databases. Since we can't use regular SQL joins between databases, we can solve this using 1. CQRS, Command Query Responsibility Segregation. 2. API composition. We also need to consider techniques like replication and sharding depending on scaling and data distribution requirements. To summarize, while the database per service pattern brings clear benefits in terms of independence and scalability, it also introduces new problems. These challenges often lead to the adoption of other design patterns like CQRS and Saga. Nếu bạn cần, tôi cũng có thể giúp